How about this? Middle Tennessee has called a press conference tomorrow at 9 a.m. to announce their new football coach.
We have to master the tools of practice to elevate our level of play.
Nick Vadiato, quarterback, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. My parents are my motivation.
Way to come back, offense!
I look
good.
all right.
When you turn on the tape, you're going to see passion. The option is winning, so let's go there.
So the first thing I need you to do, this whole time, just look at me. This is me and you having a conversation, essentially.
Yep.
So the first thing I want you to do is say your name, position, and then your hometown.
My name's Luke Pascal. I'm the special teams coordinator here, and I'm from Dixon, Tennessee.
So tell me about your history and your playing career here at MTSU.
Playing career, I played here from 2002 to 2006 under Andy McCullum, and my last year being under Coach Stockstill. History in terms of coaching, I've been all over the place. I traveled. I've been at a junior college in Mississippi, to Oklahoma State, to Ole Miss, North Carolina, Arkansas State, UMass, Louisiana. Now I'm here.
When we think about Coach Pascal and his standard, man, you just think about somebody who's very detail-oriented and takes his job very serious.
Details, gotta level up. We got good details on this film, but it's time to what? Everybody in the room has got to be on that same page. If not, we got 3 or 4 guys that are leveling up, and these other guys, then the unit won't be good. It's got to be a commitment of everybody that's on the field, specialists included.
He's not so much of a specialist coach, but he's a special teams coach. He holds everybody to the same standard, regardless if you're a kicker, punter, snapper, or if you're a returner, or if you're an L1, if you're a boundary, if you're blocking on the field goal unit, or if you're on the shield on 5. You're all the same in his eyes.
You're going to have to defeat a block maybe. Somebody good. But as long as we hustle to the ball and run, so that one rep that we get during practice today, it has to be full speed so you get a feel about what it's like. You understand? Overall communication and everything. Let's just go through the communication right now until we came to the sideline. Whole deal, we're good. Go through the communication, we're not going down the field. Go, go, go! Get around! Yes! They've got to get what? They got, if it's a boundary return this way, they've got to get what on you? Leverage. They got to get leverage.
And he is no bull rushes. Everybody understand?
We're going to get work in some way, shape, or form. Either we can get it mentally or we can get it physically. That's on you. Let it go. Beautiful.
Because the boundary return going that way. The more you run at them, you squeeze the lane down because they're going to keep wanting to get leverage. We'll come back, down and back. Everybody go. Effort. Put out. Put out. Great job. Great job. Damn good effort.
Each and every day he comes in and makes sure we have the right approach to understand that special teams is something that dictates the game. It's very serious, and he wants us to understand our roles and know that we are impacting the game. Some things that he says often is that players never rise to the occasion, they rise to the level of our training. So each and every day we go out there focused on our training to make sure that we're ready for anything we can see in the game.
So in your special teams growing up, what is the standard? I know you guys talk about that a lot, so tell me what the standard is.
We say it all the time, but the standard is best. If we're not striving to be the best in the country, then what are we doing it for? So that is our standard. We're going to try to achieve that every single day, and it takes a level of consistency and a sense of urgency to get that done, and from both coaches and players alike. And there's no days off. Everything's essentially 4th and inches every single day. But to be the best, it has to be that way.
Tell me about Coach Luke Pascal and his standard. What is his standard?
It's to be the best. I mean, anything you do, especially what we do special teams wise, we're trying to be the best, not only in the conference, but in the country. And if you do anything, why not be the best?
Yeah, his standard is the best. He's always been the best everywhere he's went. You know, his special teams have always been up there.
I feel like his standard is like bring your best every day, because from what he's told me, he's like trying to get better every single day. He's like, just be at your best. Another thing I can say is that he's gonna always tell you the truth, and I feel like that's what we need as a team, as a special teams unit, him telling us the truth, because that's the only way we're gonna get better.
The standard is the best, as Coach Pascal says a lot. So I feel like for me, that means just everything you do, make sure you do it to the best of your abilities and as hard as you can go for as long as you can go, really, to make sure the next man can do his job.
The best. There is no second. There is no average. The best. And when you do that, you give yourself a lot of chances to win a bunch of ball games.
My name is Brian Bruton. I play running back, and I'm from Miami, Florida.
Well, Brian Bruton, I have personal experience with Mr. Bruton. When I was at UMass, he was at UConn.
At the 2, trying to cut here to the near side. Bruton turns the corner, 30, 40, midfield. Bruton trying to pick up a block, may not need it, and he won't. A high five down the sideline for a 99-yard kick return to start the ball game.
But you could see going into it that you had to game plan specifically for him, whether you didn't kick it to him, sky kicks, whatever the case may be. You had to plan for him because he has elite speed.
Don't nobody want to be second. As simple as that. Don't nobody want to be second, so you got to be first. Just me, like, I don't know. I'm not going to take all the credit because the other 10 guys, they play a really big part. So if they want to be out there and they going to give like that one playing out mentality, they going to leave it all on the line for you, then it's going to work. So that's what I'm going to say when it comes to me being a dynamic returner. The other 10 people, they count. Like, I do my thing, but I feel like they play a way bigger role in that too.
Omari Kelly, wide receiver, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Energetic, brings passion to the game. Being a transplant here, some guys could see this as a demotion, like you're stepping down, but in actuality, you have an opportunity to start anew. And he's embraced that role of coming in and living up to the standard of I'm him and I'm going to be him every day that I step on the football field. So it's always a passion that he brings, the energy that he brings, and you never see him with a frown on his face. He always brings joy and happiness to whoever he's around. He's a blessing to be around for sure.
Tell me, about the standard requirement of, hey, you need to start on special teams in order to start on offense or defense.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that they implemented that, just because, now people actually have to take special teams serious, even though special teams is something that everybody really should take serious anyway. Now people feel like they have a reason to take special teams serious, and it's going to make the competition on the special teams a lot more higher.
Yeah, to be a starter on offense or defense, you got to be a starter on one of the big four. Big four being punt return, kickoff return. That's something that I've carried at most of the stops I've been at, and it's worked well. Mentioned it, Coach Mason, and he said he'd be on board with doing that, and he's been behind that 100%. It always starts with the head coach. If the head coach is completely bought into philosophy, culture, the mindset of it all, and if special teams is important to him, then it'll be important to everybody else as well.
Your name, position.
All right, bet. Now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, bet. I'm Chris Johnson. I play safety here. and I'm actually from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So,
Marvin Myers Glover, West Orlando, Florida, safety.
You know, with all those guys you mentioned, the great thing for me is having been here before when those guys were younger and then getting to see them grow into kind of that leadership role, those leadership roles. That's been awesome to see.
Well, there's no substitute for guys that have had a bunch of reps, and there's no substitute for guys that are very smart in this game. He is a guy that is going to be exactly where he's supposed to be. He's going to, anything that you give him, his sense of urgency is always high. His attention to detail is always high. And having never known him before I got here in the spring, you found out real quick that the players also see him in that same light. They trust him. It also helps that him and his dad and I played together in college. So, shout out, Rev.
What's it called? They used to call my dad Rev on the team, so now they calling me Rev and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a full circle type thing, yeah. Because I used to be in the locker room, every player used to carry me around and stuff like that. So it's just kind of crazy. I'm like, dang, I'm on the same campus too. So
will you be exceptional in every moment that you have? Be limitless and use every moment to the best of your opportunity like Mitchell did? Or will you limit yourself in these moments and run the risk of being forgotten? The choice is yours. Thank you.
You know, in this game is very long and excruciating on your body and your soul. So for me, having a foundation with God is the biggest thing I can have. You know, you're waking up at 3 in the morning every day. You're coming out here wondering why you do what you do. If you have nothing to fall back on, it makes it very tough. So for me, my relationship with God is above all because, you know, it's what keeps me going. It's what keeps me focused. Remember why I do what I do, and just coming out here with a different approach to everything, being grateful, expressing gratitude, and just taking everything serious and understanding that at any time, all this can be taken away. So I'm very grateful and I'm thankful for the connection that God has allowed me to have with football and the things it's done for me.
Yeah, Marvay, same exact situation as CJ. Like he's played a bunch of reps at this university. He's bought in since day one. Both him and CJ both. Marvay especially has bought into what we're trying to get done. He understands like whatever you need me to do, I got it. And it's somebody that I can lean on. Both those guys, especially CJ and Marvay, like guys that I can lean on. Veteran voice, a sounding board in the locker room, a sounding board on the field. Like these guys are not only vets, but they work hard. They have a high sense of urgency. Their give a crap meter is very, very high every single day, and I don't have to like motivate them to want to do a great job.
I just feel like nobody wants to do it. Everybody wants to talk about offense and defense, you know, those being like the main standouts of the game. But really, special teams is what really changes the game.
When you think about the importance of trust, it makes you value your role for any unit, whether it's special teams, offense, or defense. You know, these coaches rely on you to go out there and set the bar for the rest of the team and show them how it's done. And for those small amount of people that they trust that much, it's on us to build the identity of this team. You know, coaches can inform us on what to do and how we should do it, but it's on the players ultimately to go out there and do it. So for me to be in a position where they count on me, I take it very seriously as a way to show the rest of the guys how to do it and to just go out there and set the standard for who we want to be and the identity we want as a team.
Yeah, Zeke is a natural leader. He leads also by example, but he also leads verbally very well. I'd say Zeke's probably one of our better communicators on our entire team. So again, he's a guy that our younger guys can look to, can follow in his footsteps, and he also holds himself to a very high standard when it comes to performance. and just how he wants to contribute to our team's success.
What's the mentality?
Dominate, be the reason we control field position battle, be the reason we control the game, just in general. You know, give our team the best chance they have to, you know, go out there and win. I mean, I feel like anything you put your name on, it's like Coach Mason talks about it, every day is a job interview. I think anything you throw your name on should automatically be something you want to be the best at. I don't want my first or last name to be on anything that isn't the standard. And like we said, the standard's the best. So I feel like, you know, if I put myself into no matter what situation is, if it's flipping burgers, I'm going to be the best burger flipper there is.
Yeah, Brody's a perfectionist. You know, you see it in the way he prepares, the way he warms up, and each rep, you know, and then we get back into the film room. He's very critical of himself, holds himself to a high standard. Obviously, he's already put together a phenomenal career, and he's someone that I think everyone in our room looks to as he leads by example.
All my life I've been told what I can't do and why I can't do things, and I'm just here showing that I can do things as high of a level as I want to. If I want to, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah, Brody and Zeke, once again, no substitute for game reps, and they've had a bunch of game reps, but you could tell from the time that I got in here that, you know, they knew they had to earn it. They knew they had to earn it with me and this staff as well, and nothing short of exceptional in doing that. They're both guys that are very hard on themselves. When one rep that they do in a practice, maybe a warm-up rep, if it wasn't done exactly the way they thought it needed to be done, they're not waiting for a coach, they're not waiting for somebody else to let themselves know that that wasn't good enough.
When you're always around somebody, you grow to enjoying your time around them. It's almost like I treat them like brothers almost. I mean, they're not just teammates, they're not just my roommate, like they're like my brothers. Like the amount of time and the challenges and just the experiences we've had together, I mean, it formed a brotherly bond.
I think it goes back to, like you said, being a veteran. Like we've been here through so many other specialists that have come here and been together. And so like we can kind of talk about like, oh, this guy reminds me of him, this guy reminds me of him. And the same thing in the locker room too. I think just how many stories we have together just from playing so long with each other that I feel like we have so many things to go back and look at and laugh and talk about, you know, like all the bad summer workouts, all the funny moments in the locker room, all the bowl trips, all that different stuff.
This is what we do. Somebody understand that? You gotta put out every chance you get. Say yes to hard. Somebody understand? Yes. One playing out on 3. 1, 2, 3. One playing out.
What is your definition of one play out? What does that mean to you?
It's really self-explanatory. It's one play out. Offensive, defensively, you have another play as long as you don't turn the ball over. Well, special teams, you kick it off. Everybody doesn't do their job. It's one play out.
It means just everything you got for that one play. You know, it's like this play like it's your last play. Like it's all you got.
Well, it's trying to create the sense of urgency about what special teams is. Like a lot of times, unless a penalty occurs, like you don't get another opportunity with that play. It's over. Like either you did something really good with it, or maybe you did nothing with it, or did something bad. Like you don't get another opportunity. So when we say one play and out, like that's it. Like there is no do-overs. So every rep that we take, and we try to hammer home a lot of the times, and whether it's drill work or anything that we're doing, we're not getting a bunch of reps. It's quality over quantity, and to make sure that one rep that you get, or that 2 reps that you get in that practice, 3 reps, whatever it is, that every one of those reps is elite. And when you start getting in that way, getting in that mindset and that mold, that then you start forming that mindset of one playing out.
One playing out. One playing out.
One playing out.
One playing out.
One playing out.
One playing out.